I'd like to welcome in now our chief Washington correspondent and moderator of The Hill, Blake Burman. Blake, hello. I know this is
You've
certainly...
had a busy afternoon, Nichole.
Right, this is certainly not what any of us expected. I want to start...
You thought you were going to get to skate in easy on a Friday,
right,
but here we are.
This is not the Friday I was expecting. I do want to start with this latest chunk of information. We just heard from Robert Sherman there, Ukraine's President Zelenskyy taking to social media, thanking the president, thanking Congress. What is your reaction to this social media response from Zelenskyy?
So I actually thought, Nichole, what was notable was what Kelly Meyer reported a little while ago, just prior to the commercial break, in which she said, you know, a White House official confirmed that that Zelenskyy was essentially kicked out, that Michael Waltz, the national security advisor, Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, told Zelenskyy essentially, okay, we're done here, and that was it. We saw when Zelenskyy left the White House, he wasn't escorted out by the President of the United States. It was some other official who walked him to the vehicle. To me, that was totally abnormal, but I guess all of this has been abnormal. Normally, the president would do that. But here's why I mention it, Nichole, because that's some great reporting by Kelly Meyer, right? She gave us the color of what happened after the meeting, what happened behind closed doors, who said what to who when. And that's normally what happens in these situations. Normally what happens is, at least with Trump, there's a pool spray, and then they go behind closed doors, and then they hash things out, right? And then it's maybe days or weeks or months later that we get the real story. Or even with other presidents, right? Maybe there's not even this. They meet privately, and it's not until days or weeks or months later a source says something, and the whole story gets picked up then. This was for all of us to see, Nichole. Volodymyr Zelenskyy gets this moment to take back to his country and say, look, you know, I stood up to the president. I did this. President Trump and Vice President Vance get this moment before the cameras to show how they feel and what they wanted to say. And we see, you know, Republicans here in Washington today basically saying, good on you. See, it's finally time. And so I think it shouldn't be lost in all of this, Nichole, that the tension, the real tension that we saw play out today happened before the cameras for all of us to see. Didn't happen behind closed doors. It is incredibly unique for that to take place, and I don't think it should get lost in all of this.
Oh, absolutely. And you pointed something out that really stood out to me as well as I was thinking about it, the fact that Ukraine's president left the White House and was not escorted out by our president. Because, again, that is tends to be, you know, if not protocol, it's just what is done. And then learning that Zelenskyy was essentially kicked out of the White House, that this joint press conference that was supposed to happen did not.
And so, you know, reporters might notice that and say, let's work backwards here. The president didn't walk him out. Why didn't the president walk him out? Something must have happened, right? What happened in that meeting? That's the way this normally would go. None of this was normal because all of it was before the cameras. We saw everything because now we know after that there was nothing else.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.